Nice.
Sam, 5 USC players have been the first player in the draft. Every quarterback, especially the first 4 or 5, everyone says, I should be the first player taken. Realistically, you grew up wanting to be USC's quarterback. What would it mean for you, though, to be that coveted, the 6th player in USC history, which would give them the most players taken to be that #1 selection in the 2018 draft?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it'd be awesome to be that #1 pick, and with the teams sitting up there with the opportunity to maybe trade up, or the Browns where they're sitting at right now. I think everyone has an opportunity to win in the near future. So I'd be really happy to be the #1 pick, but at the same time, I can't worry about that, and I'm really just looking forward to being with the team that wants me.
What's the pros and cons to going to the Cleveland #1 or staying here in New York with the Giants, Jets, either one of those two teams at 2-3?
Yeah, I think there's pros and cons to both. I'm not going to sit here and point them out, but there's definitely pros and cons to both of them. Yeah, I've been trained very well. Yeah.
How much of since you stopped playing has been training on stuff like that? Like how to not step in it? Because everyone wants to talk to you, and people this time of year are looking for one thing to tear someone down about, one comment or one thing. Yeah. How much of that has actually been time spent on training for things like that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of training that goes into it. I was trained really well at USC, though, with the media team there, being able to understand what goes into it and the answers that reporters are looking for, and they're really just looking for tidbits every now and then. So
let's go on the football field. What does Sam Darnold need to improve to take his game to the next level in the NFL?
I think just taking care of the ball, first of all, but then also being able to understand what a defense is trying to do to me pre-snap, and then really understanding what they're doing post-snap as well. So there's so much that goes into it, but I'm just trying to get better every single day, day in and day out.
Another follow-up, I have to ask you this. I think you're the best quarterback in this year's draft. I think you're the most ready right now to take over an NFL franchise. What do you think makes you different from the other 3 quarterbacks that are ranked, all with first-round grades?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I appreciate it. And then secondly, I think, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what I do better than all the rest of the guys. That's not for me to say. So, but I think I'm a very natural leader. And I also think that I like to give people hope in the locker room, whether it's how I play or the way that I act off the field, on and off the field. I think there's just something about me that's a little bit different.
Sam, next year at this time, you're going to be able to tell people you played in the same league with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and the guys that came in before you and did probably exactly what you want to do, who stepped up, who were leaders on and off the field. Obviously, it's big shoes you have to step into to be the face of a franchise, which is most likely what you're going to be. Is there a guy out there that you sort of mirror your game after, who you'd love to try to follow in their footsteps a little bit with both what they do on and off the field?
On and off the field, not necessarily. I think on the field, I look at guys like Aaron Rodgers, the way that he plays, but at the same time, I'm just trying to be the best me that I can be, and that's really my goal as a quarterback. But I do, I watch Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Breeze, all those guys that do what they do every single Sunday, Monday, Thursday. So.
What about when you were like 7 years old? Just tell me, who's the poster you had up in your room over you had Tom Brady?
Brady, yeah.
Yeah, because Brady's 100. So when you were 7, you had Tom Brady's photo.
Chris asked you what you need to improve on. What do you think you're best at? What do you think is your best on-the-field attribute?
Following my instinct and really trusting it. And I know that sometimes it gets me in a lot of trouble, following that instinct. And sometimes, especially taking taking my left hand off the ball and having bad ball security, and that's something that I've been working on. But there's also a lot of plays where I do take my left hand off the ball and I throw a touchdown or I make a big first down on, or make it 3rd and manageable. So there's a give and take to everyone's game, and I think that's just kind of mine.
What's the best piece of advice you've been given so far from either a former player or a coach or a friend or your mom? The best piece of advice you've given that has really resonated with you?
Yeah. My parents just tell me all the time to just continue to be myself. Don't change for anyone. Just be you and be comfortable in your own skin. And that's what I try to do on a daily basis.
I'm going to ask you to be GM for a second. Sam Darnold goes #1 overall. You're the GM of the next team. Who's the quarterback after you You're off the board. Who's your first pick?
I can't answer that.
I didn't.
No, I'm not answering that one.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I appreciate the honesty. That
Yeah.
Have you developed relationships with any of these guys particularly?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I knew Josh through college. You know, him being at UCLA, we had a great relationship. And then this offseason, I've become really close with Josh Allen. I actually, you know, I had lunch with him in the Newark airport the other day, so it was really fun. And, you know, just hanging out with him and getting to know some of the guys has been awesome. So,
can you explain the relationship you have with Kay Jeweler and how your mom has been involved?
Yeah, I mean, just Kay Jewelers has been awesome. You know, getting ready for draft.
I think she's coming out.
Yeah,
I don't want to interrupt you. I think we're going to bring her
okay.
out. Yeah, she's going to join us.
There she is.
Well, hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, nice to see you. I'm Jenna.
You too.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm just so honored to meet you guys, watch you all the time.
First of all, how proud are you of this guy right here and the way he's carrying himself?
That's what I'm the most proud of.
Tell us.
Well, you know, I'll always tell you that he's a better man than he is a football player. You know, he's a better son, and I'm so proud of him. And to see him come full circle in his life and follow his dreams is just the most remarkable thing. My husband and I are just like pinching ourselves
of
all over the
course.
place. Yeah.
Tell us about Kay Jeweler and what you guys are doing with Kay Jeweler. I'm familiar with Kay Jeweler.
Yeah.
They are the official sponsor of the Hall of Fame ring. I did bring my Hall of Fame ring in. I mean,
Nice.
the number one pick in the draft don't warrant you that, but
I know,
it is
I
the
don't
road.
wanna- I don't wanna touch it.
It is the road for which
It's not like the
we
cover of
traveled
Sports
down.
Illustrated. You're okay.
That's funny.
So what are you guys doing with Kay?
Yeah, so with Kay Jewelers, I mean, we're just, you know, doing a little media tour, but
Okay.
we're also, they're very kind, and we're able to get my mom, you know, a necklace here, and getting ready for Mother's Day as well. So
Very nice.
Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful?
Love that. Really pretty.
So yeah, just getting ready for Mother's Day, and also getting ready for draft day. You know, biggest day so far in my life, and just getting ready for it.
Who's more nervous right now, you or him?
Oh, I can answer that question. I'm going to
yeah.
say you're more nervous, right, as a
And
mom?
I think so, and I think throughout the course of his career, you know, at USC, it's just this feeling is real familiar, you know, because every single game and every single, you know, play, you're just
Everything's
watching
being
your kid.
watched.
And everything's being
Yeah.
watched, you know, but it's surreal. It's awesome, and he's wanted to do this since he was 6 years old, so.
Earlier than that. I
Yeah,
think.
okay.
And maybe, yeah.
So that story, he was playing soccer and like 6, and we drove by some older kids playing tackle football, you know, Pop Warner, and he made us stop the car. He goes, wait, you know, and it was some of our friends, you know, out there at San Clemente High School, kids, young kids, and he said, pointed at them, and he goes, that's what I want to do.
Nice.
And so
That's
we
all
hung
right.
up his soccer cleats.
And there it was.
Went-
That's
That's
the
what-
best decision you guys ever made.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
right there.
Congratulations.
Well,
Thank
listen,
you.
if you end up going to Cleveland, I hope you're following what the Cavs are doing right now. I hope you're going to put a call into LeBron and just listen. We may actually be sharing.
Gotta stick
town,
around,
so,
man.
Okay.
He got that must win last night, which was huge. So
Absolutely.
You're already analyzing basketball. You're going to
Thank
be
you so
perfect.
much, man.
appreciate it.
Good
Brad.
luck to both of
Congrats.
you.
Thanks for everything.
Much success. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thanks.
Thank
The
you so
Kay
much.
Jewelers, too. It's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
And that is beautiful. People
Thank
can't
you.
see it on TV. It is
Yeah, for all you mothers out there, our rich sons, go to Kay Jeweler.
Not yet.
Sam, good
Oh,
luck.
no, you rich. You want to borrow some money from me? You can borrow plenty of money from me.
Enjoy the moment. Take it all in.
Yeah,
Don't let
I
it pass you by. It won't come
you.
again. So both of
It's
you.
really nice to meet
There
you.
ain't no
guys.
bad luck.
Oh,
You can
it's
touch
so
it.
lovely
You
to
can touch
meet you.
it. You can
Thank
touch
you
it.
so much for being with us. We got so much
Yeah.
more First Things First right after this.
Thank you.
He wants it back already.
I know, right? You're like, getting...
No.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.